So in this case, we got a lot of calls and emails from customers. So, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. They have questions, they have concerns, they have comments, and sometimes they just want to yell at us, which is fine. We need to be there for them to yell at us and get it off their chest. So another digression here. So working on PSIRT, challenges, you got to work over the holidays, happens. Product teams don't like hearing from us. So if you get an email from Wendy or I, sometimes product teams, they'll have a little physical reaction. So job perks, more spam. So yeah, you get these emails that it's really, really tempting to click on the attachment. So it's just, again, if you're looking at your screen, you might want to look up here. Let's just stop and drink this in a little bit. We got this email, and obviously, I don't know, maybe they stole my World of Warcraft passwords or whatever. It was worth it just to see this picture. I don't know if you guys can see. He's got a camera and armor and stuff. It's pretty cool. So that's a job perk. You can't just walk into the Adobe cafeteria. So our names and our faces are infamous, unfortunately. Serious file attachments. Arbitrary Facebook friends requests. This is true. You get these really good-looking people wanting to be your friends. So yeah, that's all true. Fun stuff. All right, so back to Wendy.
Okay. All right, so it's now 4 weeks after we received the report, and we're getting ready to ship. And what goes into preparing for that ultimate January 12th release is a lot of writing. It's a lot of what we do. So leading up to and upon release day, again, communication with external and internal security researchers, making sure everyone is on the same page. Obviously, we're talking to those of you on the front lines, our IT admins, and high-value companies. We communicate with MITRE for CVE identifiers. Again, this is the release, so we have, besides the 0 day, we have other issues that we'll be fixing. We coordinate with PR, associated product teams, the web team, asset, list goes on and on. We post a security bulletin onto our security bulletin and advisories page, as mentioned previously, and it includes CVE identifiers, high-level summary, details of the vulnerabilities, solution, of course, how to get the update, and acknowledgements to all those who have helped us along the way. We have a corresponding PSIRT blog, as mentioned, and we're also sending out lots of internal communications. We want to make sure everyone on the inside has the same information and they can provide that information to their customers. We have FAQs, point of contact information. So definitely a lot of detail goes into the release from the PSIRT side of the house. Okay, so once the bulletin has been released, at this point we transition from reactive to proactive. There's a lot that's going on behind the scenes. Asset, PSIRT, and the product teams are all talking to each other, assessing the release. Some of the questions that we're asking is, we're going over the issues that were fixed. In this particular case study, we thought about, why did we miss this particular vulnerability? How can we get better? What can we do proactively to get ahead? And of course, all of this is happening from start to finish. It's not just come release day. Also, of course, now that the patch is available, we're thinking about how to get it distributed. That's a big focus of ours. The press helps to get the word out for us. We definitely utilize them to do that. The ARM updater is something actually Dave's going to talk about. So.
Yeah, so ARM is our internal name for the Adobe Reader Acrobat updater technology. So this is something we just rolled out with this past release in April. Some of you, many of you may be familiar with the old Adobe Update Manager, which is still being used for a lot of our products. We wanted to update the updater and make the process, basically the update process, more smooth and streamlined. So that's what we did with the new updater, which allows you to automatically install updates. That's the first option. Most people have the automatically download updates option chosen, and let the user choose when to install. And that's the legacy from the previous updater. But we'd recommend people automatically install updates and choose that option. It's kind of like the Firefox updater, which downloads in the background and installs, and you don't have to do anything. Or like Windows Update and all that good stuff. So that's something that we really put a lot of resources behind, was just getting that to the point where we're going to get more people updated. If you're an IT administrator, you can turn it off, obviously, and do your own updating, which is what you'll continue to do. So far we've seen really, really positive numbers in terms of the uptake. So that's been really helpful. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Microsoft is really pushing the user to do the automatic installation.
Yep.
Often, and Firefox simply
Does it?
That
Yep.
as a default.
Yep.
So I guess the question is, when are you guys moving to
Yeah.
at least pushing
Yeah.
this option to be the default? Because I saw you guys to the blog about it.
Right.
But it's useless. It's very no regular user will ever go to automatic updates.
Yeah. Right. So what we wanted to do is. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. So if you have any further feedback, definitely let us know. So as far as when we're going to turn it to or if we're going to turn it to automatically install updates, certainly something under consideration. I mean, we're getting a lot of feedback, like the feedback you guys are giving us right now. But the user choice right now, most of them have the automatically download updates. We wanted to respect that as a starting point. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So we wanted to import that. Right. Right. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So that's something that's definitely under consideration. We're looking at that, and it's something that's on our roadmap. So. Yeah. Yes. Right. Yeah, that's why we did this new updater. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I would definitely argue that the point that it's not largely useless, because it's downloading, and it's on a more frequent basis, and it's giving you the option to install. We're seeing people are patching, so yeah. No, I don't. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate the feedback, and certainly something we're taking into consideration. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that's another consideration. Obviously, is making the update process smaller and smoother from that perspective. So. Scott, yeah.
What Dave said is absolutely correct. There's still a debate going on about who puts all that automatically before users, put their own order being like it is. And at the end of the day, we're not a final decision.
Yep. Right.
Showing the rules like we get.
Yep. So